representation in games, the dub animation would likely be better. Source Bro, do you have a source for that?
What's going on, everybody? It's that boy Madblackguy here with another fucking game. Master Duelist, trying to become the master, the best duelist. Also listening to political stuff, having conversation with friends. You know, the general hullabaloo of just streaming in general, just being a weird old variety streamer, I guess. That's what this is gonna be. Not a bad hand starting off here. Let's see. My boy Medicated was just in here, but he dipped off for some reason. I guess his internet popped him out. He said, no soup for you. Oh. Is that all you're gonna do? That's... Alright, the chess game begins. He's running Bestial Labyrinth? What? How many cards in his deck? Oh, this got serious real quick.
I googled it back. I don't think the number one thing women want in a relationship is a leadership. Like, you show us the source. It doesn't
because
exist.
Googling any random thing I say is not that hard.
Okay.
That being said, let's take a look at this study that Noah found for us. Diversity in gaming, thought leadership.
Okay, so you're not gonna source your claim, but dog shit. I don't understand. It seems like a massive amount of cognitive dissonance. The claim. I don't know why I'm focusing on this point.
Women play games nearly as often as men, just 2 hours less than their male counterparts.
That's pretty significant amount less. They're also just playing different video games.
Now let's read this card and why is it not
I
activated?
don't like the framing of that at all.
During
That's
your
not
main
really,
phase.
that's a whole 20% less. Surely would be the difference of a few percent, not 1/5 of the total amount. So we're off to a great start with this study trying to make it seem like women play games significantly more than they do. This study isn't heavily biased at all. Now let's take a look at the stats that Dove allegedly was referring
if you
to.
do,
I say allegedly because Dove didn't cite their sources.
you just start one Dark World monster, and if you do, the Dark World monster currently controls. See, I don't have a Dark World monster under my control. That's a good reason, right?
That's being referenced. Do you not understand that? Like, okay, whatever. Okay.
Stats here: 74% and 2 out of 3 women. Nowhere does it say 74% for any data point, so this very well could be the wrong study. Do you see the problem with Dove not citing its sources? Dove might as well have just made the numbers up. So let's take a look at the number that Noah...
I see why his videos take so long to make now, because he has to come up with the most fucking ridiculously asinine points.
pointed out. It says that 69% of women say that there aren't enough female characters in games.
Okay.
Dove's ad was about body positivity, so by their statement, a reasonable person would infer that Dove was implying that 2 out of 3 women believe that there's not enough body positivity representation in video games. Not that there aren't enough female characters. Those two things aren't the same. More women does not equal more body positivity. If these are actually the stats that Dove used, then they are lying to you or wildly misrepresenting that study. On top of that, this report makes no mention of any of their methodology, so nobody can determine the validity of the measurement techniques that they use to get that data. For example, this study is missing all sorts of important demographic data. Did they survey people randomly, or did they survey a bunch of college kids? Colleges tend to lean very left, so you aren't going to get a very accurate representation of how the general population feels if you're only surveying people on the left. Which is why you get nonsense like almost 70% of women saying that there aren't enough women in video games, when pretty much half the cast of every game these days is female, and it's been that way for a long time.
Okay. I don't know, I think that this guy doesn't know things. Like so when women are saying these things, they're probably just being vague, like general about more like very mainstream games. And like this game is mainstream, right? What he's showing on the screen. But this is like a competitive game. People are generally referencing more narrative-driven games, or like very male-centric. There is more diversity, like Last of Us, it's getting better. But then they're also referring to wanting more fat girls in there too. Me Too based, right? That's fine. It's not that big of a deal. Oh, my fucking tits. So, okay.
So anyway, after nearly completing this entire video and reviewing the information a bunch of times during editing, I decided that there was no way in hell that Noah got the correct study. So I did what I shouldn't have had to do and checked all of Dove's partnerships from the original article, which led me to this article here from Women in Games. Guess what? It turns out that Opinium did not do the survey. As far as I can see, it appears that Dove themselves did the survey, and Women in Games and the Center for Appearance Research endorsed it. Pay attention to the wording, by the way. It's Women in Games, not Women in Gaming, which was the search term that Noah used and probably why he got the wrong data. But
Holy fuck, he used Women in Gaming instead of Women in Games. There's no way that you get these similar results doing that. It's wild. Holy shit, those are such different phrases.
I have looked everywhere and cannot find the study. Originally, I thought the Center for Appearance Research did the study, but I used every related search term I could think of and looked at every publication they made over the past 5 years and still couldn't find it. After that, I noticed that the Center for Appearance Research merely endorsed the study. At this point, I've looked everywhere I could possibly look and cannot find this research. It looks like what happened is that Dove did a survey, never published it, and got 2 very politically biased organizations to approve of it, so nobody would question the origin of the data.
It's really not hard to believe that women don't feel as represented in video games. That's not really like a big, it's not even a big deal. Like, I don't even care. Like, I don't give a shit. It's just kind of funny. Okay. That's wild. But we fucking made nature shell, buddy.
That's seems very dishonest. Do you know what would have been honest? How about you link the study at the bottom of the Real Virtual Beauty article, like you're supposed to do if you're acting in good faith? But despite not being able to find the actual research from Dove, I do find this whole thing funny because Noah was so sure that he got the right study, and he was so arrogant about it too.
The 2/3 statistic it shows here, that is from this survey. All he had to do was a single Google search with some relevant terms to find this survey. It took me 10 seconds. It's really not that much work, but he didn't do it.
Maybe you should have spent more than 10 seconds Googling. Moving on to my next point, Noah doesn't like my conspiracy theory about ice cream.
This one's just great. More investigative journalism. Uncovering a conspiracy that's just so boring. Dove actually did this campaign to make you buy ice cream. So where in this ad is there some push to get you to buy junk food? Where could that be?
Yeah, I think he went on a tangent about how like everything is linked with Dove as an ice cream business or something.
On from. Is there a candy bar? Is there a big sign saying,
I like
buy Nabisco products?
yeah, Barbara's cool movie. I like that.
Cynthia's sitting down to crack open a nice cold jar of mayonnaise. No, she's not, and none of those things happen.
Yeah, of course they're going to directly admit that they're promoting fat acceptance to sell junk food. That would make their...
Yeah, that's a conspiracy, bro. You're a weirdo. They're promoting fat acceptance because it makes them money. It has nothing to do with them trying to promote people being fat. Like, they literally pushed cigarettes as a way to get you to, like, get skinny. I mean, it's just about marketing. There's no deep-seated conspiracy. I don't. It just seems weird. It's because people want. It's mostly women want to not be. It mostly comes from being bullied, and now it goes. Some aspects.
That's how you avoid getting fucking demoted. Let's go.
But it's mostly just about not getting bullied for the virtue of your existence. That's really it. And for women, and then it's gone a little far with some women. Like, oh, you should think I'm beautiful. Like, you don't have to think anybody's beautiful. You know what I mean? It's just beauty's subjective. That's it. It's not to sell more ice cream. I'm sure maybe that's a benefit. I'm sure they're selling more ice cream cones, but to say that it's just a weird conspiracy. It's just bizarre, terminally online.
Their plan not work, and it would cause a ton of backlash. This is called under the surface thinking, Noah.
Cool.
Are people only allowed to think superficially? When I find
you're just I think people who like conspiracies are fucking weirdos. Like, I mean,
strange though is that he is fully capable of under the surface thinking.
Being a conspiracy theorist, by the way, is a very woman thing to do. It's a very feminine thing to do. Women are the ones who are conspiracy theorists. So, good job being a woman.
Comes to calling Tucker Carlson a white nationalist.
Dude, so like we can just move on nationalist. Dude, like this is how stuff like why does nobody answer my questions? It's yes no.
Maybe.
I mean, yeah, of course. So what? I've watched his content. You know, he never self-refers as one. All right, so look, dude.
Yeah, I mean, I have no idea the content. I'm assuming that they're having a conversation about like the internal thing, being able to. But that's not really a conspiracy too much. Consider the things that Tucker has said. I mean, I don't really know enough to tell you, but yeah, I think they call it dog whistling. Wow, maybe Dove is dog whistling delicious ice cream treats. Maybe.
By what process could you infer that he is a white nationalist without him actually saying that he is one? I mean, like the rhetoric he uses, right?
Well, Tucker Carlson didn't come out and identify as a white nationalist.
I
so
did.
You can't say he is.
Oh, guess who's back again. Is this connection better? What up? What happened before?
What do you mean?
You joined like 10 minutes ago, and then you left like immediately. Like, you waited for like 2.5 seconds, and then you left. Yeah. You did join.
Might have been on my phone.
Maybe, I don't know. But you 100%, 150% joined and left. Like, immediately after. And I was just like, oh, I hope everything's okay.
So I beat this guy last night, and then I guess he did some research for me for my deck, and then he sent me a whole bunch of cards to put in my deck, my dragon deck.
Nice.
He's like, oh, I really like your deck. And then he sent me like a whole bunch of screenshots.
Hey, look, the one person that's not toxic in this fucking community. Look at that.
Yeah, in fact, I was like, hey, I appreciate that. He was like, yeah, I did a lot of research. He sent me like one, two,
It's a little bit creepy and antisocial, but you know what? He's not trying to murder you, so.
Yeah, he was like, GG, I like your dragon deck build. And then he was like,
I haven't gotten that. I'm guessing that's because of just how long it takes my deck. Once the engine gets going, you just don't get to play But it's not like I do a lot of popping. I don't do a lot of negating. That's the thing. I feel like I let you play when it's your turn, but when it's my turn, I want to play. Yeah. Oh my gosh, I have lighters now. What am I doing? I'm getting up to go to the stove like I don't have a lighter right next to me. Are you done? Are you done? You got your field nice and set up now? Quick effect. Here we go. That's the only thing I look for anymore. You can banish that card, and if you do, inflict 1,200 damage to your opponent.
Oh shit! I know that card. I played that card earlier today.
I played this card multiple times today. I fucking hate it. I hate the fact that once you get into diamonds, and I'm going for masters, I don't see different decks. I see 4 different decks.
You see the same deck.
I see 4 different decks. I've seen one other person in this level run a Dark World deck. So that's like, okay. I'm in the meta, kinda. Like, because I would say the Dark World deck is one of the 3 other decks that I've seen randomly. Just randomly seen around. But like Labyrinth, Sprite, branded, anything with bestial. No, and trap tricks and tier limits. Those are the 4. Those are the 4 decks. Anything I don't even consider. What was the third one you said?
I said branded.
Branded. There you go. I don't even consider branded its own deck, just because you can put those bestial dragons in almost. You can put those guys in a lot of decks, and they're very effective. Yeah. Very effective.
Damn, it's raining hard as fuck.
Oh, did he cut off my graveyard? Yeah, if one more effect doesn't work, then I'm just gonna back out of this. I know. When people have effects. What, is there like no special summoning though? Is that the thing? Oh yeah, there's no special summoning. Okay. Well. GG's, my guy. I can't even get a creature onto the field to pop your deck. So, good job.
Good job.
And that's why going first is the meta. But I'm fine.
I don't know. Some people go second and they fuck me up.
I haven't played somebody that voluntarily going second since I got into diamonds. Literally since I hit diamond, nobody has gone second. Nobody. I'm glad I'm going second. I got evenly matched. Come on, baby. Hit me with your... Don't hit me with your best shot, chill. But go ahead and fill up your board with no negates. That's something I do want you to do. But that's not going to happen because you are running... What is this? I don't even know. Oh, branded. Pretty sure this is branded. A precipitator? I don't even know how to say that shit.
Emancipator, I think.
No, admancip. I don't know. ADAMANCIP. Yes, I do. Yeah. This is different. I've never seen this before, though.
Oh, I have.
This is a new deck for me. Okay. What do? Quick effect. You contribute this card to negate the activation of what? And destroy that monster. Okay, so that's a monster effect. What does this do? Quick effect. You can target one card of your opponent's graveyard. Okay, graveyard. Cool. Okay. So one negates monsters. And that's another thing that scares me about learning another deck is learning all the combos for that other deck. It's just gonna be like, I love mine because it's just one has to lead to another, and there is thinking involved because I fucked up plenty of times by not thinking. So, but now that I got a little bit better of a handle, I see myself making better decisions with my deck. Like, oh, don't just summon this guy. But still, there's still a sort of a, if you understand it, it's pretty paint by the numbers. Other decks, I already know, like a tier limits deck, everything is lit up, and you don't know what to press first in what sequence. You don't know when to deny the other person to go. When should you go on? Should you go in the main phase? Should you go into main phase 2? Like it's so much to even think about. So my next deck, I still want it to be a very simple paint by the numbers deck. Come on, Brody, what are you doing? You got 3 cards out there in the field right now. 2 of them are going to go away. Unless this is a negate. But I don't think this is a card negate. There's no quick effect, so yeah, I don't think you got it like that, pal. Next. I know you're gonna link something into something else. Come on, show me. Fill up that field, baby. As long as you don't put a true...
I remember when the Ancient Gears used to be really...
Oh, he quit. Okay, cool.
I wonder if they're still...
Look at why don't you ever just go look up the tier list? They have the top 10.
Oh yeah.
I mean, just to get a general idea, like, oh, okay, like I know what to look out for.
I mean, I've seen them.
Recently?
Yeah.
So did you see that one on the list?
The thing about tier lists is that I just always find myself playing with characters.
No. I'm not saying look. I'm not saying look at the tier list for like inspiration or anything like that. I'm just saying if you like you just had a question of I wonder if this deck is still strong. Look up to see what it because they have all decks on the strength index, and all decks have like different attributes for different decks.
Yeah. Maybe I'll see where it falls on the scale.
Yeah, just see where it falls. And listen, there might be what's called adaptability. And then like, oh, okay, so I could gut this deck out, take the core monsters from it and fuse it with another deck. Just to see what this deck is strong at. Like, cause this deck might be strong on defense or strong on special summoning. Like, oh, this deck could be an engine. Like the quote unquote danger deck. Like the danger deck is not good at all, but the danger monsters can be used as an engine for decks.
Right.
Oh, I just fucked up. Play that ass, nigga. Oh, he's playing with this fucking guy. Oh, what's his quick effect? I hate how some monsters are just so easy to get out. And they have such devastating effects.
Yep. But then again, you do also have to make sure you have the right cards in your hand.
No, I know.
That's the only way.
No. Again, the only thing, the only thing I'm really complaining about is with Yu-Gi-Oh is the fact is power creep. That's really it. That's truly the only thing. I remember when you literally could not OTK first turn. Literally could not do it. Was not possible. Was not even thought about as a strat. I would have just liked that to keep them with that same
I would say the only OTK deck
first turn. No, first turn. First turn OTK.
Yeah,
Okay.
I know. I was saying like the only deck that was probably possible of doing that was the Exodia decks. Just because all you have to do is fill up your cards with draw cards.
Oh
draw
yeah.
and you win
Okay.
first turn. That's probably the only.
But
deck
even then,
back in the day.
back then, the very first, like I'm talking about day one Yu-Gi-Oh, like day one Yu-Gi-Oh with day one cards. Even with the Exodia out there wasn't a deck to get you through your entire deck. And if you did, cards would be banished, and there would be no way to get cards back from being banished. Like, like playing an Exodia deck back in the day was a risk, like a legit risk. Like at a certain point, you literally, if any of the Exodia pieces ever went to your graveyard and got banished, you could not win. It was over. It was over for that. So if you had a card that could banish a specific card, then yeah. But like, yeah, OTKing back then, just truly not what it was. Or not what it, yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, again, I played this wrong. Ugh. Whatever. I did it in the wrong order. Sir, what are you doing? Sir. Send any number of cards to your hand. Oh, no. Where is it?
Each player must send one card from their hands to the graveyard to declare an attack. Oh, that's continuous. No. How about no? Wait, I'm confused. This card says negate the effects of all face-up monsters while they are face-up on the field, but their effects can still be activated.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
So that means if they have an effect, they can activate it, but as long as that card is on the field, that effect is not happening. So to that card, if that card has an activation cost, you still have to pay that cost. Just like if that card was, like, say if you had a continuous magic card, right? Or not a continuous magic card. Say you have a continuous effect with a monster, right? Say you get the special summon at the end of every turn. With that card on the field, and say you would have to discard a card in your hand to activate that. The game would still give me the option to discard a card out my hand to activate the effect. It's just when the effect goes to trigger, the effect itself doesn't work, but the activation of me discarding to the graveyard, that would still go into.
Oh shit.
So it just, all it does is make it so the effect of the monster is not happening at that moment. As soon as that card leaves the field, then the effect kicks in. If there isn't a continuous effect. But yeah, the wording on stuff is really, really particular, which is why I kind of like this game, because I'm kind of like a lawyer, and I'm like, hey, the wording here says, but it doesn't work like that, because there's no judge to appeal to in this fucking, game. I think I lost this one already.
I don't get it. I still don't get the card. It still doesn't make sense to me.
What doesn't make sense to you about it?
Sounds like it's contradicting.
No, not at all. You get that cards like have effect. They have effects that have like cost, right? Some do, not all.
No, but that's not what it's saying though. It just
Yeah, it
says
is. That is what it's saying. That's exactly
all face-up
what.
monsters have their face up on the field.
All
Negate
face up.
the effects.
Yeah, all face up
And
monsters.
But
Wait.
their effects can still be activated.
Yes, the effect is
parentheses.
activated, but it's negated. So basically, it's like
That doesn't make no sense. It should just negate all the effects.
no, that's not. No, that's a different card. There is a card that negates the effects, but this is one that if you want him to. Okay, so there's another. There's a monster in the field that makes it so whenever this monster is played, whoever plays down a card has to pay life points, right?
Mm-hmm.
And if you play life points, then you get to special summon. So he can activate that card and pay the life points, but he will not be able to special summon because the card is negated. That he can activate the ability, but the ability then is negated. Like, you could try, nigga. Go ahead. You could try. It ain't gonna work.
See, now that's something that doesn't make sense.
Why? It's just a different way of
Because it's letting you activate the effect even though it's going to get negated. There's no point of you activating an effect.
Yes, there is. I just told you the point. I literally just told you the point. If somebody's paying life points, the cost to activate an effect, they still have to pay that cost because the effect is active.
Activate it.
No, but what happens if so stop
says-
that. What happens if it's not an activated thing? What happens if something just happens? If this card is on the field, you must pay 1,000 life points.
There's no cards that
Yeah, there are.
text must.
Yeah, there are. There are cards. If this card is on the field, then that's definitely monster effect.
That's not a must. That's a different word.
No, but if this card is on the field, then is
Card
must.
effects go when your opponent activates a card or effect. You can, meaning you.
No,
have the
but
choice.
no, yeah. Some
You
say that.
can
Some say that. Some
Most
don't.
does.
No, but no, not most. So okay, so like a tier limits deck. Let's see. No, hold on. I gotta get a different card on the field. This is not it. Let me try this. But yeah, bro. Some of them just say this card has an effect when it's face up on the field. Like, damn, I have to deepen my knowledge into specific cards. But I know exact concept that they're talking about, and it's just weird that you're not like, it's weird that you're not trying to like grasp my argument. It's more like you're just trying to say, it's just like, it doesn't make sense. Like, I get, like, thematically what you're trying to say. Like, if you don't delve deep, but I'm pretty sure, here, okay, perfect, he quit. Good. Okay. So now,
This guy has the most annoying deck I've ever played. Like, it's all about stall. He has 3 continuous cards on the field. One of them I have to sacrifice, or I have to discard a card from my hand to attack. So if I don't have cards, I can't attack. And then he has, like, cards that are monster cards that take no battle damage. And they have quick effects that can be summoned from the hand, and he takes no battle damage. And then every time I attack, I take 500 damage.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that is really fucking annoying.
That's a fact. Now, I wonder if that means that I cannot... What if I use Dragluvion? Let's see if I use Dragluvion. Damn, and I actually have 1 Stomping Grounds in my deck. 1. That's crazy. Oh, that means I can't use this. Can I not? No. That's crazy. All I need to beat this guy is a spell that will destroy another spell. But my deck only has one card that does that.
Lightning
all my
storm.
other effects are monster effects.
Lightning storm.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Oh, that's the only one you
no.
have.
No, I have Stomping Grounds.
Oh, you don't have
dragon.
You don't have lightning storm.
No, I have Stomping Grounds. Yep. I have Raigeki.
Okay, here we go. I just got an idea.
Yeah, man, he made a 50-card deck. So even if I sit here, that's fine. You got that, bro. That's such a boring way to play.
Yeah, for some people.
Like literally, he didn't do anything. He just put the cards down, and then ended his turn, and then I can't do anything. So I skipped my turn, then he skipped his turn, because he knows I can't do anything. So now we're just sitting here, passing turns? Like, it's not Yu-Gi-Oh, nigga. But playing patty cake.
Okay, so here's a good example. Mushroom Man. The card Mushroom Man. A player controlling this monster loses 300 life points during each of his or her standby phases when this card is face up on the field. Control of this card is shifted to your opponent by paying 500 life points at your own end phase. So you can pay the 300 points to activate this card. Then you play that card to negate that card's effect to make sure you still pay the life points. You still pay the life points because you pay it just by controlling the monster. So it's already been paid. Now the effect that can't happen is you switching it over to
I don't think it would get negated though.
No, you can't. No, it would.
It says that face-up monsters on the field's cards are negated.
Yeah, exactly. Right. So again,
but they can be activated, meaning that something has to trigger it.
Again, what type of card is that? Is that a magic card, a monster card? What is that?
It was a continuous trap card.
A continuous trap card. Okay. So yes. I placed a trap card down on my turn, correct?
Yes.
Okay. On your turn, You play this monster thinking you're going to give it to me on my turn. So you pay the life points as soon as you play the monster down. Period. The life, once you play, the activation sequence goes, you place the monster down, then that's 1. Then 2 would be me activating trap. So then the trap would activate, you would pay the life points, and then the effect would get negated. Then you would not be able to pay the life points to pass the card over to my side, because that effect is negated. But you had to pay the cost of it. Now, if you want to keep that card on the field, it's not going to cost you anything. Because to keep the card on the field, the effect is 300 life points. But as soon as the card that you have, the card that I played down, the continuous trap card, leaves the field, then he has to pay 300 life points again. Or if it's in my control, I have to pay 300 life points. Whoever's control of this card would have to pay 300 life points as soon as that card leaves the field. So it's not a complete. This card is not meant to completely negate and destroy a creature. It's meant to negate and keep a creature around. And then when this card leaves, that creature's effect goes back into a play. It's a strategy thing to where I play this card on you, and it's a weird thing. But I don't know.
I mean, that wasn't the card he was playing in conjuncture.
No.
Happened to find a card for your point.
I could find a lot more.
I'm sure you could.
Yeah, I'm saying
the card still doesn't make sense to me though.
But
because it's allowing me to activate.
Yeah.
If I wanted to.
No, if you wanted to.
It's still gonna get negated. Doesn't make sense to me. That's all.
Okay, so me having a Dark World deck, right? I have a Dark World deck, correct?
Mm-hmm.
So, that card would work against him, against me. Because I have the option to continue with it. So, once per turn, I could activate Grapha's thing. I can activate Grapha's effect, right?
No, you can't.
Yes, I can. No, yes, I can. It says I can activate it. The card says I can activate it, but it gets negated. Correct?
Okay.
So I can. So listen. So hold on. So I'm about to make it. I'm about to make it make sense if you listen. I just need you to answer with a yes or a no when I ask you a question. Okay. So if Grapha's on the field against that card, I can activate Grapha's effect. Correct? Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So I activate Grapha's effect. So that means I have to discard one card out of my hand. But Grapha's effect gets negated. As in that now you can, whatever it is you're doing, because Grapha's effect is to negate something. So whatever it is you're doing, I can try to negate it with Grapha, but it won't negate what you're doing. So you can keep going, but I will still pay the cost by discarding one card out of my hand, and by discarding one card out of my hand, I get that effect of that monster. So it would work.
Why would you discard it if you know the card is on the field?
Because because it only affects the other side. It doesn't affect me. My monsters activate in the graveyard, not on the field. So I can discard or I can activate the effect, even though my effect gets negated. It still helps me
You're talking about activating effects in the graveyard.
Right, which is not that card.
This card's face up on the field. That's what I'm talking about.
Again, Medicator, are you not listening to me?
I'm listening.
No, you're not.
I don't know. How are you saying? You can't say that you're not listening. I'm not listening to you when it sounds like you're not listening.
Let me walk you through this one more time. Let me walk you through this.
Why do you feel like you have to walk me through it? It just doesn't make sense to me. You don't have to make it make sense to me, bro.
But it does.
It just doesn't make sense to me. That's it.
It doesn't make sense to own that card or to produce that card. Which one?
The card text does not make sense to me.
Like it should. You still think it's a contradiction?
In a way, yeah. It's pointless. Like if I know I don't have to activate the effect because of the continuous trap, it should just say negate all face-up cards on the field. Because it's gonna get negated anyways, even if you activate it.
But that's not. But there are other. Logic. But there are other cards that say that. There's a specific reason why this card says what it says, And I'm trying to explain to you why, and it's just like you're trying not to, you're like, you close your mind off. It doesn't make sense, and I don't want it to make sense. So, if that's the case, cool. I'll stop talking. I was just trying to, like, it seems like when someone says something they don't want to make sense, they either one or two things happen. They're either crying about it and they don't want it to make sense, and they just want to cry about it, or they want it to make sense genuinely, and if someone could explain it to them, they would like that to happen. But I guess you're the latter, the former, and not the latter. Because I'm trying to make it make sense to you, but you don't care.
Not necessarily.
I mean, that's exactly what's happening right now. Because I'm trying to explain it, but you're like, bro, I don't care. It just doesn't make sense to me. I'm trying to explain it. I'm trying to explain it, and you're sitting here telling me, bro, why are you trying to explain it? Because you said it doesn't make sense, and I want it to make sense to you. Because it makes perfect sense to me.
Perfect?
Yes, perfect sense.
Use that word, but
it makes perfect sense to me. It's a very logical card. Is it a logical card to run in every single deck? No. Is it a logical card to run in most decks? No. But is there a specific deck that could use this card with this effect? Definitely. It makes sense to me. The effect is like, if you explain it to me in a tournament, I wouldn't argue. I would have been like, yeah, no, that tracks. You say, oh, this card doesn't leave the field, but I can still activate you could still activate your monster's effect. Oh, okay, cool. So that means I can pay the cost, right? Okay, cool. So I'll just discard this card and Grapha's shit won't work. Cool, no problem. And I'll discard my card, have another monster come onto the field, and they'll be like, but it negates the effect, but I still pay the cost. I could still activate it. I could still activate it. And activating it is what triggers the cost. The cost, the activation of the effect is what triggers the cost. Not the effect is the trigger of the cost. So it's not like Grapha's effect is to make me discard a card. No. Grapha's effect is to negate something. The cost of negating something is discarding the card. So activating the negate itself triggers the cost. Then the negate gets deactivated. Gets negated. The negate gets negated. I'm like, okay, cool. That makes sense. To me.
So,
I guess. Next time you say something doesn't make sense, I'll just let it rock. I got way too defensive of my point for no reason.
I mean, you don't have to feel like that for every single thing that I say now. You don't have to have a prerequisite for when I'm talking. I just said something, and you ran.
I just want to avoid fights in the future, bro. So, I just noticed that sometimes you just have to have a course of action and correct it. Maybe I shouldn't have said it out loud. Maybe I should have just did it and not said it out loud. I'm a little bit socially awkward that way, where I say things that I think, but
I get it. It's not right.
It's not malicious. It's not malicious if I say something like, "Oh, I just won't do that again." It's a legit way of me trying to avoid arguments and fights with people that I like.
Oh yeah, for sure, I get it.
Time to duel. Still on my way to match. What's your rank?
I'm about to be plat. I think after this match.
How many of those cards did you add of that guy that gave you that list?
I don't have any of them yet.
Oh, they're all URs or something?
No. I just don't have any craftings.
You have no craftings? How many decks do you fucking make? Bro, like, I know that the SR shit is fucking. I am rich off of that. The UR I get. Actually, no, the SR I get too, because I tried to put it in for another deck, and it was like, yeah, you still need 800. You've been running one
deck though since you
exactly. But I know regulars are. You can't be broke on regulars money. Right.
Regulars?
Yeah, no.
I don't got no regulars. I got like 14 or something like that.
Wait, you have no regular fucking tokens?
Bro, yes, I make a lot of cards.
Damn.
I have a lot of decks.
Damn. That's a lot of fucking tokens. The regulars are cheap as shit.
They all cost the same to generate. Doesn't matter what rarity it is.
Yeah, but you get 1,000. You get like 10 to 1 for regulars to fucking SR.
You don't.
When I open a pack,
dismantle or when you generate.
when I open a pack, you only get 1 or 2 SRs, and then the rest are regulars. And then
you're talking about, like,
yeah, the quantity,
yeah.
the quantity.
Oh, yeah.
You get like 50 URs. I mean, 50 regulars in a pack. Like, that's what I'm saying. Dismantling them shouldn't, like, running out of that seems a lot harder than running out of anything else.
True, I guess.
Yeah. It's just again, not a point.
I guess I just been making a lot of cards. Yeah, technically, I have like 6 decks. 7, maybe. Yeah, I have 2 copies of Blue Eyes. So, 2 different variants.
Good job using Max C there, buddy, but guess what? I'm only making 1 summon. And that's Bing. Oh, Super Poly, get that the fuck out of here. What? No, what?
Damn, what kind of sucks about the card shop though is that like the card packs that you unlock, they only stay around for like 24 hours. It's like if you don't have gems to like buy the 10 packs, then it's like it's kind of just a waste. I wish they would stay around for a little bit longer or give you some time to like get some gems. Right now, the card packs is all about trap tricks and visuals. Visuals are fun though.
That didn't work how I wanted it to. Damn, I played this all wrong. I just lost this for absolutely no reason. Yep, 150% just lost.
Bro, they have a relinquished link monster. I would love to make a Pegasus deck. Oh.
That's what I just said. Played this match all wrong. Man. Ah. Oh, just thinking back at mistakes is so cringe.
Oh! Oh my gosh. Oh, Jesus.
What happened?
Just generated a card. I was trying to dismantle it.
Damn, they should have a refund system.
Dang, that's crazy.
I'm sorry, buddy. Fuck, I had it.
That's crazy.
I'm in a whole nother match, not even thinking about this one. But then again, I don't have to until he's actually, done going. There's no sense about worrying about cards that aren't even going to stay on the field, right? Yo, this deck is so fucking popular right now. It's probably because it's cheap to build.
Which one?
The Swallow Soul guy?
Huh?
Sword Soul, sorry. The Sword Soul guy.
Sword Soul, yeah. Yeah. I think you get a few cards from the solo mode. I don't know if it gives you a structure deck.
Well, definitely powerful. Definitely used in a lot of diamonds. A lot of diamonds are used in this day. It's hit and miss though. It's nothing too crazy, but the things that some people I've seen do with it, I don't. It could lock you out first turn, and that's so fucking annoying.
Shaoli.
I wish there was an official type of dueling where it was like, listen, this is different, where it's only you start off with no cards and you draw 2 your first turn.
Wait, what?
Mm-hmm.
Draw 2 your first turn?
Yeah, draw 2 cards your first turn, but you start off with no cards.
Draw 2 cards.
Yeah, your first turn, but you start off with no cards.
That'd be fun.
That'll
my
be.
friend used to do.
That'll be a way to
play with your whole deck.
That's
like
chill.
as your hand.
Chill. That's not fun.
We used to do stuff like that.
I mean, back in the day that would be fun, but now with the shit you can do,
no, like last year.
Yeah.
Or 2 years ago.
For me, like I couldn't do that.
It's so fun, bro. Just fucking pulling out all your shit first turn. And trying to make, and that's the thing though, it's actually kind of like confusing because you have your whole deck and you have to choose the right cards to be able to play and combo into and then set up your board and then pass the turn. And if there's something you forgot, then You better hope you get another turn. On some real.
I'm pretty sure he has a
Let's play some Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel!
yeah, he has a straight up negate.
Time to bring out the old Tri-Brigade deck.
Damn.
You don't even play.
I still know about the decks, man.
Yeah, that's fine. You just don't play. Okay.
I'm too busy to play, sadly.
No, you're not.
I am. I sit in parties, but I sit here either doing TikToks while doing work or whatever. I don't really play the game like that. I sit in parties for the social aspect. Fuck playing games with y'all. I'm just kidding. Love you guys.
Interesting.
There's 6 cards.
Okay. Oh, I got some deals.
I lost that one.
I'm not gonna lie, I think you should get this one, Mad. This card that he recommended me, it's called Fusion Redeployment. Reveal 1 fusion monster in your extra deck and special summon from your hand or deck one of the fusion materials whose name is mentioned on that monster. Also, you cannot special summon monsters from the extra deck except fusion monsters. So you basically get to special summon a free monster.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
It's called Fusion Redeployment. It's ultra rare.
Of course it is. I'm gonna ask for that again. I'm in the middle of a duel right now, but
Yes.
okay, so I got my semi-perfect starting hand. 1 Maxi, 1 Ash Blossom, and
This one was good. Oh my god! And he sent me a screenshot of like his screen. This guy has like over 700 of each crafting material.
Declare one card name for the rest of the turn. Your opponent cannot activate cards or effects. What card name did he name? I don't know.
Like he could have did like Fiend or Spellcaster, but you run Fiend, so he probably said Fiends. What is this called? Keeper of Dragon Magic. This one's not so great. That redeployment sounds pretty nice. It's a level rank 3. What? Damn, this card's crazy.
Oh shit. I forgot to head back. What time is it? 4.
4:30.
Hey, Rabbi. Hello?
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, how's it going?
Good. Did I accidentally pay you double? I think I did, didn't I?
I didn't, honestly, it's in the car right now. I'm going to write the receipt and come back, and I'll count it, because I honestly didn't even count it. I put it in my pocket, and I put it straight in, but...
It was so, because we agreed $50 an hour. I accidentally paid you $100 an hour. I, wasn't thinking.
Okay, yeah, listen, I'm on my way back right now.
Yeah. So, round up, keep 200. I don't need to prorate it for that half hour, but I accidentally paid you $100 an hour. I just I don't know why. I was counting in half hours, and then I multiplied it by 50 instead of multiplying it by 25.
Right.
For half hours, and then that's when I grabbed the money.
Not medicated
I know
ear
this is awkward. I apologize for it.
No, it's no problem. Like I said, I wish I would have counted it because I would have noticed immediately, but I just threw it in my pocket and just threw it in the car. But I'll write up the receipt and I'm coming back right now.
Yeah, thanks.
No problem.
Yeah. So $50 an hour, you're here for 3.5 hours.
Yep,
So,
200.
Well, yeah.
Oh, you want me to put 150 on there?
No. Keep it. You got 200. Because it's awkward. It was my mistake.
He's a good guy.
But yeah, if you could bring 140 that dollars back, so you get 340.
Yeah, I got you. I'm on my way back.
I I appreciate it.
Yep, no problem. I appreciate it. Trust me. Thank you.
Yeah, of course. And we'll definitely use you again for something.
No problem.
All right.
Bye. I gotta put my shoes on. And I gotta finish this duel up.
Oh. Oh. Okay. 3 level 9. But wait.
But wait, there's more. Yo,
okay, that's not
this guy is stalling his ass off, bro. I'm gonna fuck up with one of these. There are 3 wrong answers here. Oh, but you picked the right one. Ash. Yes. You gonna call by the grave or Ash Blossom? Come on, buddy. Come on, buddy. Yeah, read that card effect. DD Crow Raven. Quick play. Damn, this nigga really did brick. I could have ended it again. I'm just not playing smart. I'm about to rush out of here. All I had to do was normal summon a monster, but there's so many goddamn special summons in my fucking deck that I forget I can normal summon. I just be forgetting. Alright. This nigga lives 10 minutes away. It's probably going to be about a 5-minute awkward conversation when I get there. So, I'll be back in 30. Alright, fellas? Medicated?
Yep. I'll see you in 30, my brother.
Creeper in the background, just sitting in the corner watching. Joker? I'll see you guys later.
Alright. Oh, fusion deployment. Not really.
I didn't do the math.
course, it's an ultra rare. The fortune ladies were good too. Oh. Huh? So funny. Oh wait.